Can you turn to your left and your right and welcome somebody to church? All right. You're welcome to this segment that is tagged Evolution, where we discuss about our personal improvements in life and our business. Last week, we discussed about budgeting, and this week, we are to look into investment. More or less like a repetition because we've done investment before. Now, why are we looking at investment? It's just that we have little issue with the media. If not, would have showed us a picture. Now, when you get your salary, there's a lot of things that are waiting for the salary. We have school fees, we have house rent, we have NEPA B and a host of others, true of us. So you can see that your salary is not enough to handle these things. Now, what will be the solution to handle most of all these things that we make mention of is when you invest your salary properly. And God will give you the wisdom to do that in the mighty name of Jesus. Now, another thing we need to understand is that the bees that we have every day, they grow. They grow like plants. But sorry to say, in our nation, Nigeria, our salary don't grow. Now, what is investment? I'm going to give us 3 definitions. The first definition says that investment is an asset or item. It's an asset or item that acquire with goals of generating income or appreciation over time. It's an asset that you bought or that you invest your money into. And the purpose is for you to gain at the end of it all. Let me give us a simple example. You bought 2 goats, male and female. Not for consumption, not for immediate consumption. You want to keep it for like 2-3 years. You understand, you know what you want. You want both of them to meet so that they can start having what? Children. And when they have children, from there you start selling to make money. That is what? Investment. Let's look at the second definition. It's the act of committing money, time, energy, or effort for future benefit. If you look at us today, a lot of us are sitting here, like the choir, they go into music ministration. Yesterday they were here, they spent several hours. These are investments that they are putting into the house of God. And tomorrow, most of them might spring up and become the Sinach and whatever that we're going to celebrate tomorrow. That is also what? Investment. They invested their time, they invested their energy, they invested their efforts so that they may benefit in the future. Number 3 definition. It is the commitment of resources into something that will increase in value over time. You can decide to buy a land and you don't want to use it now. You can keep it maybe 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, 5 years. And when you have some challenge and you don't have money, you want to get money, you just sell one of the land that must have appreciated to settle that issue. That is also what? Investment. We have 2 main types of investment. We have the long-term investment and we have the short-term investment. The short-term investment, the duration sometimes is 6 months. 6 months to 1 year. While the long-term investment has a lifespan of over 3 to 5 years. Now, in the short-term investment, the rate of profit is usually low because of the duration of time. It's short. And most time, Those investors are active because they want to see their money. Why? In the long-term investment, the time is, because of the time that is large, the risk involved is also very, very high as well. They provide opportunity for you to have time to sell and to make profit. I'm talking about the long term now. Then when you come about the investor, you don't invest. They capitalize on the system, on the economic stuff to determine the market for them. Types of investment. We have different types of investment. We have investment in stock. We have investment in bonds. We have investment in mutual fund. But where we are going to focus our attention on is on properties and others. Properties and others. We are going to take that because that is where we are going to focus our attention on. Now, what are the reasons for investment? Number one reason for investment is that investment make your money work for you. When you invest your money will work for you. There are people that put money into a bank, and after a year, they start receiving dividends for that. Sometimes 6 months, sometimes a year. I believe some of us are experiencing that. We put money into a bank, although these days things don't change. So a lot of people they like to do anything for a bank that much. But there is this common one. I think it's fixed deposit. You put money there, there's a particular percentage that they give yearly. So it is the money that is working for you. Number two, investment helps to defeat inflation. Now, the only way that investment will help to defeat inflation is when you invest on things that when inflation comes and they increase, you will sell and you make money. And one of those things is real estate. Another thing is oil and a host of others. When you invest into them, when things rises up, they rise, you sell, and you make more money. Number three, it helps you to plant a seed and let it grow. Because you have the spirit of investment, you will not have that patience to know how to nurture something. Because investments will take time. So you will be patient enough to wait until it's getting to the time of maturity. Number four, it helps your retirement plan. We are going to go into retirement, so I'm not going to go deep into this. When you have the spirit of investment, you will now have reason to plan your retirement as a result of what? Of investment that you have. Because one of the problems we have in Nigeria today, majority of us don't plan for our retirement. God will give us the grace to do that in the mighty name of Jesus. Things to consider before taking investment decision. Things to consider before taking investment decision. Number one, draw a personal financial roadmap. Draw a personal financial roadmap. So when we talk about you drawing a personal financial roadmap, we are talking about you analyzing your finance, knowing about your goals, your objective that you are going to set, know the particular amount that you want to put into investment, and know the ones that you don't need to touch. For further explanation, see the evolution department. Number two, evaluate your comfort zone in taking on risks. Evaluate your comfort zone when you are taking risks. It's very, very important that you check out your comfort zone while you are taking risks. Because if you don't do a lot of check, you might fall into problem. A lot of us have fallen into problem while we are investing into one product or the other. There's nothing wrong when you fall, but we always advise that when you fall, you need to rise. So in order for you to be strong, you must take notes, evaluate your comfort zone. Number 3, you need financial professional. All these things that we have been saying, especially the bond, the stock, and real estate, you need professional. There are those that have been there. Just find out from them before you go into any business or into anything that you want to invest into. Find out from them and let them be the people that will guide you, that will lead you into any business that you want to invest into. And lastly, avoid circumstances that could lead to fraud. I repeat again, this has to do with you finding out properly about anything that you want to invest into. Find that properly. Those that are doing it, those that have been there before, take your time to find out about it before you jump into it. There is this adage that if you want to jump into a river, you want to enter a river, you use one leg to test it first. You don't just jump into it. Now, lastly, because of our time, what is the best business to invest in? I told us in first service, the best business to invest in is yourself. The best business to invest in, especially in Nigeria today, is ourselves. Anything that you are doing now at the moment, look for a higher version of it and invest in yourself. It can be a fashion design. It can be anything. Just invest in yourself. Find out anything that has to do with that profession and be the best in it. When you do that, everything that you are looking for will come to you. That's why a businessman says, the more you learn, the more you earn. So when you learn more, it gives you the opportunity to see far. So the best business for you to invest in is yourself. When you invest in yourself, every other business that you want to invest in will be very easy. And I came across a word yesterday that says that the best business that you need to invest in is yourself, because it's going to give you the best return. If you look at our definition, we said that investment has to do with you investing into something that will give you result over a period of time. So when you invest in yourself over a period of time, it will give you the best result. Now, the reason why we are hammering on you and yourself, God has deposited a lot of things in ourselves that we have not really taken time to investigate. And that is why I keep telling us of the, how do I put it? The cobwebs that, sorry. Okay, I'm talking about the cobwebs and the spider. The spider, everything that the spider needs to design the cobwebs come from where? From the spider. Everything, that cobweb that you see, the spider does not need to go to anywhere to get any material. Everything comes from it. So that is how God has deposited gifting in us. He has deposited potential in us. So all we need to do is to fine-tune ourselves. And the only way to do that is for us to invest in ourselves. And as you do that, God will help you in the mighty name of Jesus.